guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I took a chance. So as you could probably tell by the title of the video, I took a chance and I ordered from Klarity Kosmetics again. So in the past I've had, you know, some troubles with ordering from them, and like the stuff arrives broken and then I'm upset and then they're like, we can't replace it, blah 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 blah. And then I'm a sucker. Just 1000% I am a sucker. I am a sucker for some blues. So when I saw this, apparently there was like a whole thing where if you order stuff, you get a free like mystery palette. So I know Leanne from Makeup Mugwump, she ended up getting this mystery palette, but I had ordered this before I realized that and then saw her video. So that's how I know that apparently there was some mystery palette thing. So apparently there was this whole thing on their website, and I blew it off because I was like, I'm not interested. And then when she finally revealed, Klarity Kosmetics, when they finally revealed, hey, we have this Oasis palette, I was like, oh, I am such a sucker. Come on. Look at those blues. Look how pretty they are. Oh my goodness. I hope this is really picking it up. They are so pretty. Like, so pretty. But then I was looking at it and I'm like, you know what that reminds me of? My beloved Evil Mermaid palette. So after I got the Oasis palette in the mail, I was like, let me pull out my mermaid palette because this one's not online. So I like to see them like in person and like compare. And naturally I open it up and I'm like, it's a damn mess. Like, it was a mess. This color over here had puffed up and like, come on, focus. This color here had puffed up again, kind of like the other shadows had in the past, where it gets like real, almost like really dry. So I pushed it down and obviously it made a mess, as you can see. I've wiped it up a couple times, but it's obviously not doing the trick. And then this color was one that had broken, and I tried to mix it and push it back down, and they'd replaced one of them because one of them arrived broken initially. I think it was this Beaches Be Crazy. I don't remember. You can go back and look at that video, but I was super disappointed again to pick this up recently and be like, oh, there's more damage to it essentially. So I did compare them, and they're similar. They are similar. Let's have a little look-see. Now I know some of the shades might be, you know, there might be a little variation. This is going to be really hard because I don't want to hold this up because I don't want to spill this like everywhere. So I'm just going to show you guys here to get a little comparison. But let me go ahead and insert a picture here so you guys can see the difference. I mean, some of the tones are there, you know, the lighter blue, the washed ashore, and that bottom, what would it be, your bottom left corner in the Klarity. That doesn't seem to be a duplicate in the Oasis palette. But I also feel like that Teal Me, these have, the ones in the Oasis palette have a little bit darker hue to them, but like that Teal Me and that, I don't even know what that says, Cenote, I hate names, I hate words. It's that middle shadow on that top row, that one and that Teal Me, they look super similar, and I don't understand why in a lot of her palettes she seems to put shadows that are so closely related. Like, that is one thing that drives me crazy about Klarity Kosmetics and like her shadows. But again, I'm a sucker, and I got roped into it and I was like, you know what, let me give it another try. So as you can see, it did arrive undamaged, so I was super excited about that. I mean, her packaging is well done. She puts bubble wrap around everything, tissue paper, pads it. So I don't understand why it was such an issue with everything coming damaged, unless it's just how the shadows are being pressed, whether she does them like on her own and it's just something with the prior formulas. But anyway, while I was on her website, I was like, let me make this worth my while instead of just one palette. So I did order the Deadly Roses palette. Yes, Deadly Rose, not Roses. So I did order the Deadly Rose palette. This is a pressed pigment palette. I do like these greens down here. I am intrigued to use that. And then I actually went on her discontinued or discontinuing section, sale section, whatever it was, and I did order some single shadows. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for some reason, I apparently thought I was really going to like this color. This color Clear Waters. It's super pretty. I was like, oh, I am really going to like that. So for some reason, I ordered 2 of them. I was like, did I make a mistake? But I went back and looked at my order, and sure enough, I ordered 2. So I don't know. They were only a couple dollars, $3 maybe. So I ordered 2 of those. I ordered this blue one. This blue one is already like on the packaging. Which one is this? Jet Ski. So I did order this blue. Looks super pretty. And then I do really like, I don't know what my deal is, but like I don't know. It's even on this one, the transfer. What is this? Lily. I just really like yellow. I don't know. I just feel like yellow is like super pretty. And I have not stuck my finger in any of these, but I ordered, which one is this? These packages are obnoxious. Honey Please. Full shadow, nice champagne-y. I do frequently find myself going into that bridal palette that I did get. And, you know, the shadow stays all day. The shimmer shadow. There's one in particular in that palette. I like most of them, and they do stay. So this one's called Currency. I don't even know if this is still on there, but you know what? Let's at least swatch. I don't know. I know I probably should swatch more than I do, but let's go ahead and swatch this Clear Waters because this is the one I got 2 of. Let's just see what it's. That's it on my finger. And then let's see. Look how pretty that is. So I will say I do like the formula. It's just I had other problems in the past with stuff arriving broken or, you know, what have you. And that just kind of deterred me from wanting to order more. Or for the instance of, hey, I purchased this palette, you don't even have it. And it's just, I don't even know what to do with it at this point. I feel like I did add, you know, alcohol at one point to try to mix it together, but this color is now all inside of that. This color is now all over that one, or it's that one in that one. It's just like the shimmers. So it's just kind of disappointing because I'm like, ooh, I love this palette. I love the blues in it, but I'm like, ugh. Anyway. So anyhow, I took a chance. I ordered it. Everything arrived okay. So I think I want to go ahead and do a video with the Oasis palette, obviously, because that is the main one that I ordered. So if you guys want to see what I do with this palette, then just keep watching. Just a little side note, this is the one that I dip into frequently. And again, this is the one that arrived with this color had smashed and turned like the whole palette orange. But I frequently use this shimmer and this one up here, and it like lasts all day. So I will say the quality of that one is good. So let's see about this blue one. Let me zoom in a bit more because I don't want you guys looking at like the top of my head. I get so annoyed. Sometimes I zoom in and I'm like, ooh, that's perfect. And then when I go back to edit, I'm like, bleh. And you do get a mirror. Yeah, I just think right off the bat, I'm so annoyed that these look so close together. You want to swatch them? Do we want to swatch them and see? So this is the middle shade. And then this is that first shade, Teal Me. Are they really that different? Okay. I take it back. Maybe they're not going to be so close together. I will admit, I was wrong. I like it when I'm wrong about things like that. Because I get annoyed in some palettes. Where I'm like, oh, those colors are so close together. Like, I thought I'd be getting 2 different shades. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll start with that middle shade there. I'm going to pick that up on my Morphe E30 brush, just a fluffy brush. I feel like I need to come in just a smidge more. Ooh. So it's got nice color payoff. I don't know, I don't feel like it's, I like the color, I just don't know, like right in here in my crease, it's not really picking up. There we go. And sometimes, you know, I will say I have very dry skin, like right in here. So I know sometimes I've had that with other palettes, so don't wholeheartedly think it's like the palette, you know what I mean? I will take a blame for that with my skin over blaming a palette. That's actually really pretty. Clean that off. Oh, I love blues. So what do I want to do? Let's do, ooh. Maybe I'll save the darker blues for a different color. I think I'm just gonna jump right in, and I'm just gonna jump right in. I think I'm gonna go right in for this color here, Peacock. It's a darker color, and I think, I don't know, I feel like I'm feeling like a halo type eye today. So I'm gonna go with this Morphe M506 brush. I'm gonna pick up that Peacock color. And let's get that on the outer portion. I picked this up like it was my mirror. What in the world? It's been a long week. Oh, it's been such a long week. Ooh, so that is so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, I like that. Alright, okay. Now I know she's doing some things. Maybe this is one of the things was working on, you know, the formula and the colors are pressed. I don't really know, but I like it. And I'm being very light-handed because this is a very dark color and there's quite a bit of pigment to it. I've had quite the week. So my middle one, my 9-year-old, pick her up from school like midweek, and you know, it's getting warmer, and she had shorts on, and she's like, we're driving home, and I'm like asking her how her day was, blah blah whatever, and then she's like, oh yeah, by the way, she's like, I noticed when I was outside playing, I started getting these red bumps on my leg. And I'm like, what? And I turn around and she's got like red bumps like all over her legs, and I'm like, what the heck? So anyway, it turned into such a to-do. I get her home and I'm like, get in the shower, let's wash you off, like what were you doing? She's like, oh, we were outside playing, I was just sitting on the grass. And I'm like, you were just sitting on the grass? And I'm like, pull your overall top down and pull your shirt up so I see if it's on your belly, right? Well, all this mulch falls out of like her bib part of her overalls. And I'm like, why is there mulch in between your overalls and your shirt? And she's like, oh, we were throwing mulch at each other. And I'm like, you just left that little tidbit out, okay? And then you were just sitting on the grass. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? That's it. So we're going back and forth, get her in the shower, wash her off. It's not calming down. It's actually getting worse. And I'm like, what the hell? So then I'm like, she's like, are we going to urgent care? And I'm like, no, we're not going to urgent care, because what are they going to ask? What are your signs? What are your symptoms? Did you wash her off, and did you give her Benadryl? You know, they're going to go through that line. So I'm like, next thing is we're going to give you some Benadryl, see if that starts to calm it down. So I give her Benadryl. Her skin ended up turning almost, and it was only on her legs, starts turning like purple, and she's got like red bumps. Like I've never seen skin like react like that. And I'm like, what the hell? Then her dad gets on the phone. He's like, Hannah, what have you been doing? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes through some things, and she's like, oh, well, I was sitting by the mulch, but I kept picking it up and putting it all over me. What? I asked you 40 questions and you didn't tell me any of that. And she was like, I forgot. So I'm like, what the heck? So at this point we like let it calm down, you know. Finally I laid in bed with her, whatever, you know, because day's going on, you know, and she had no other symptoms, no fever, no like nothing else that was like alarming. So anyway, I laid with her, and finally about like midnight when I checked her again, everything was gone. So we think she just had a reaction to the mulch. They must have just put like treated mulch down, and then she put it all over her legs. So she had a reaction to whatever the mulch must have been treated with, whatever pesticide or whatever. And I'm like, this child, That is really pretty. So let me go ahead, and I want to use Blue Moon here, and I'm going to put that in the center. And I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M124 brush. It's just a flat brush. Go ahead and put that in the center. Oh man, I had really high hopes for that. I was like, ooh, this is going to go down like so nice. Let me pick a little bit more up. I never think to use, I need to get probably in a better habit of using like glitter glue. I know a lot of people love it, but it is really pretty. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up, and I'm gonna get it wet with my Morphe Luminous setting spray per usual. Spritz. So then, you know, that's one rash for midweek, and I'm like, okay. So then last night, my little one tells his older sister, hey, I want to have a sleepover with you guys. So I'm like, oh man, okay, that's so sweet. So the 4-year-old, the 9-year-old, and the 21-year-old all have a sleepover in the 21-year-old's room, right? And I check on them. Everybody looks fine, but I'm like, gosh, it's really hot in this room. And she had a fan on, but she had the door shut. And I'm like, God, it's really hot in here. And I'm like, but they're all passed out, whatever. They're sleeping. I'll leave them alone. Probably about 7:30 this morning. The 4-year-old comes in. He's like, oh, hi. And I'm like, why is your neck all red? So I start looking. I pull his shirt back. He's got freaking heat rash all over his neck, all down his chest, all over his back. And I'm like, what the flip? So he normally gets really hot. He's got really high metabolism. He's normally runs hot. And I'm like, him sleeping in that room between his sisters, and the door was shut for whatever reason. I mean, it wasn't like latched, so she might have had it open, and who knows, the fan blowing in there could have blown it shut. I'm just gonna take that prior color and just kind of dab over to get a better blend between those two, just very lightly. So he comes in and he looks like he has a heat rash. So then we're doing all the things to help that go away, and it spreads. So now it's going partway down his thighs, and it was getting all worse, like where his little underwear were, like the band, because that's like tight on your skin. So I'm like, these children and their sensitive skin, like what the world? So that's been my morning today. That's kind of how my week's been. It's been silly. Picking up a little bit more of that Blue Moon color, just because I want a better blend right here. I feel like that is really pretty. But what do I want to do underneath? What do I want to do? I think, because I really want to see what these colors look like, I'm going to take this pointed liner brush from Royal and Langnickel. It's just a small, thin brush. And because I want to see, because normally I would probably either do like a combination of what I have up here, down here, or I would take a different matte and put a little bit of something else. But I really want to see what these colors look like. So I want to take this sapphire color here, and I want to put that down underneath. So I want to see what it looks like. So I didn't get it wet yet because I want to see like how that might apply. I'm going to come up here in that inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. That is a pretty color. So I'm going to keep picking that up, but I'm going to get it wet. And I'm going to go across the eye. I really like that brush and how it applied that color. That is really pretty. I think for the time being, I'm going to leave that eye just like that. So I'm going to clean that off. You know what I do hate though? Like these rubbery brushes, whatever their coating is, like sometimes they get like crusty feeling. And it's gross. Ooh, I really like that. I think I will take that very first brush and just soften this edge though. Very lightly, very gently, like that. I'm gonna have to wash these brushes. That's one thing with blues. I feel like they really stain my brushes and then I have to wash them. Now I think, let's go ahead and hop over to the other eye, and I really want to use some of these darker blues, but I also think, which one do I want to start with? Do I want to go with Tide Pool? Let's see. Let's see how light this is. Oh, that's a lot lighter. I feel like that looks more like baby blue-esque. I do like it. That went on really nice. That really didn't take a whole lot of effort to apply that color. I'm gonna clean that brush off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that Morphe M506 brush. This one looks fluffy. And I want to go ahead and pick up this blue Me Away color, this deeper navy blue looking color. And I think I'm going to do the same, you know, type of eye. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the outer corner and the inner corner. Does that, I mean, do they look similar? Let me go ahead and pick up Peacock and Blew Me Away. So Peacock there, and then Blew Me Away is what I'm using now. So that's how similar those two look. And you can kind of see that with how I'm putting them on here, because I honestly would not have thought that those two colors were going to look as similar as they do on the eye, because I really thought this was going to be a deeper navy color, and this was more of like, you know, you're deep with your grays. So this one and this one, they do look super similar. There's that. And then I think, oh, I don't think, I know, I'm going in with this color here, this blue diamond color. I hope it is everything that I hope it needs to be. I just finished watching Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix. I cannot wait until the second season comes out. That is so pretty. That is such a pretty color. I'd like it to go on a bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Let's see, I'm going to get it wet. Let's see how it does like that. This is really pretty. It's really dark. It's a really dark, sultry eye. Really dark, deep blue. I'm going to pick up some of that prior Blew Me Away color and just get a better blend over where they meet up. feel like this blue is a little... No idea where my camera shut off. Okay, so I think what I want to do is go in with I See Right Blue You, this center shade here, and I'm going to pick that up on that same Royal and Langnickel pointer brush. What's it called? Pointed liner brush. And I'm going to start in here. Color is lighter and I feel like it has a bit more shimmer in it, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to get it wet and I'm just going to keep lining across. It's so funny, I was just listening to Lana Del Rey and Billie Eilish doing Ocean Eyes in a video game at Coachella. I just watched that, it's so funny, and now I'm doing all this blue on my eyes. It's so funny, I saw Billie Eilish in concert like right before she exploded. She was the opening act for Florence and the Machine. And we knew who she was. Like, we were like, oh, this is exciting. But it was, like, so funny because, like, not everybody in the crowd knew. So, like, the place hadn't filled up yet because obviously a lot of people came to see Florence and the Machine because they were the main show. But I'm like, oh, my gosh. And not long after that, like, Billie Eilish just popped off. And she's huge now. And I'm like, she came out on stage and was like, she, like, burped or something. And was like, oh, I just ate, like, the biggest burger ever. You know, we were like, what the heck is this kid doing? Like, you know. I mean, she sang Ocean Eyes because she had that album out at that time. But again, she was just the opening act. And now she's just like, it's nuts. You probably couldn't afford to go. I probably couldn't afford to go to her concert. So anyway, see, so I put that color there and I feel like it's already wearing away again. So I'm not a super huge fan of that. But I'm going to leave both eyes how they are. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do some liner, probably put on some lashes, and do something on my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the finished looks. Let me go ahead and close my eyes. Let me go ahead and cover one eye. Cover the other eye. So let me go ahead and zoom out and we'll talk about it. Okay, so for the under eye, so on this eye I was like, let me just do a little comparison here to kind of show, like, if you want to do a really dark look. I just used, how do you know what is this? Vintage by Jessica Libeskind Smoky Eye Pencil Jet Black. It's just one of the kohl eyeliners, pencil eyeliners, whatever, pencil eyeliners I pulled out of my thing. It's just dark black. So I just wanted to show what it'd look like if you do full on like dark liner all the way around. It just makes it, kind of closes in on the eye, makes it very, very dark. This one I did dark liner. So I ended up using the Beauty Bay liquid liner that came free in the package when I purchased all the stuff I purchased. If you want to see that haul, just go a couple videos back. But I used that because I wanted to see how it was. I don't like how it applied over here. Over here it applied a little better, but it just seemed like it kept dragging my eyelid trying to fill that in. So the tip on it, I forgot that the tip, I don't think I'm a super huge fan of it. I feel like it's stiff and it doesn't glide nicely. So when I'm pushing on it, it doesn't have a little bit of give to it apply the way I want it to. So anyway, use that on the upper for both. So down here I actually applied this from Ulta Beauty. It's a gel eyeliner in Halo. So just so you could see, this one actually has a little bit of like a metallic-y sheen to it, but it's white. So I just wanted to show, like, if you do that, it doesn't fully close down on the eye. Let me get back in a little bit. I don't know why I zoomed out. So that way you can really see what I'm talking about. So I put the white liner here so it doesn't fully close down on the eye the way this one does if you use dark. So that's just a little bit of a comparison between using the white and the black liner. I'll go ahead and zoom back out. And then for my lips, I'm loving this combo. I forgot I had this in my purse, but this is that Creamy Fill and Define Lip Liner by Dominique. Again, I don't know where I got it, but I ended up having two, and I'm super excited. I like the way it applies. I just like the tone of this against my skin tone. It just, I don't know, I really like it. And then I forgot I had this. I was wondering where it was. I found it in my purse. Beach Babe by Tarte. I love it. I just think the combo of the two colors just looks really nice together. And then I used my P. Louise Lip Drip in Growing and Glowing over top just to add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer there. So I really enjoy that. I ended up not putting lashes on because I forgot that with my last one, the Melt Cosmetics haul, I ended up not using the mascara because I think I was just done by the end of that video and I was like, forget it. This is Curl Lock and waterproof. I actually really like the brush on it. I like how it applied. It's curved, but it's got like really nice bristles. So I was able to get like down in here into like my very fine, like tiny lashes that I have down here. I can't really say like it did a whole lot for my upper lashes, because I mean I don't have a lot of lashes going on there, and that's why I end up putting on false lashes. I'm not you know, I'm not blessed in the lash department. I guess you could say. I mean, they're fine. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I hate my lashes, but it's just I don't have very thick voluminous lashes anyway. I mean, it applied nice, but I'm always looking for a nice waterproof mascara that I could put on my lower lash line, because I just have such a hard time like getting down into here and then having something that doesn't transfer. I do have a little bit of fallout down here. I don't really know which color that was from. It was probably me patting that darker blue on the inner corner, because that's the only place I really see it, and maybe a little bit here. Little tiny bit of fallout right here in the center, but overall I actually really like the palette. Like I said during the video, I'm not a super huge fan of this color in here, because see, you can see I applied that multiple times and you can just see how patchy it is right there. Now again, is it my skin or is it the color? But I feel like the color was going on, it just did not stay. The more I move my eyes, I'm like, oh, the color's not there, you know what I mean? So it's not adhering to that area and staying where it needs to stay. Now it did over here with this color. I am a little disappointed that this matte is very similar to this matte, so I probably could just go over that with this color and nobody'd ever know, you know what I mean? I like this color. I actually think it would look really pretty if I took a little bit of that color underneath. Let's see. I feel like it'd be really pretty just to do a little bit of that color underneath, like in the center. To add a little bit of shimmer there just to like pop and like brighten it up. Like I feel like that just changed it. You know what I mean? I was feeling like it was just dark and flat, and that just add a little bit of dimension, little more sparkle. Super pretty. Super pretty. I really like this color in here. Everything applied nicely. This color applied really nicely. I also really like this brush. Like I said, this is the Royal and Langnickel pointed liner brush. That did really nice for getting both of those colors like really precise and like underneath. And I don't know, I really like how this eye turned out. And those mattes, like I honestly thought they were gonna be, not those two, because that's the lighter one, but I thought the two matte colors like I showed in the beginning, this one and this one were going to be really similar in color, but when I swatched them they weren't. So I am a little surprised that that darker matte, this one and this one, ended up being so close in color. But again, I find that a lot with these palettes, that there's always at least one there's always at least 2 shades that look super similar, and I get kind of like meh about it, but whatever. It is what it is. But I really like this eye. I think this turned out really pretty, and I really like this one with that color in the center. Just not a fan of that. So this palette is still available. It's $40. You know, you can probably find a coupon. You can probably find some kind of coupon code, or even if you sign up for their stuff, then you get 10% off. But who knows? She's always running all kinds of sales, but I am pleased with it. I'm pleased with how it went on for the most part, except with the exception of that one matte. But I do think everything turned out really pretty. I really like it. You guys know I love my blues. So anyway, I hope you guys are all well. I appreciate all of you. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to anybody who's watching. I appreciate it. If you have this palette and you love it, let me know. If you have this palette and you hate it, let me know that too. I've heard, you know, some things from you guys. I'm really sorry if you've had a bad experience with Klarity Kosmetics. Like, I feel bad for anybody that has a bad experience with a company, especially when you're spending your hard-earned money and then they just don't make things right. So I am sorry for any of you that have gone through that. I hate that for you. It makes me sad. But I hope all of you are well, and I appreciate you watching, and hopefully the next video I do, I'll be able to update you a little bit on what I am doing, because all of this back here is going to change for just a very short amount of time. So I'll fill you in hopefully in my next video or the video after that. I don't know. I think I'll do a sit down, get ready with me, and kind of like chit chat just to fill you in, because I know some of you guys want to know. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Bye.